Go ahead.
All right, good morning. Neil here with the Off the Net Radio Show. This is Who's Who in Santa Cruz, episode 12, with my dear friend who doesn't want to be here right now. She wants absolutely nothing to do with this, but she's a trooper, and your hair and makeup's coming, Cindi, so hang on a minute.
Thank you.
This is Cindi Busenhart with Merge4 socks.
Yay!
Cindi, how badly do you want to leave right now?
Oh my gosh, Mike.
You know this thing's all wet.
It's all wet and it's cold in your ass. Thanks for the preparation.
It's cold.
Woo!
It's wet.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
No, it's not horrible.
All
Things
right.
could be worse. But obviously, if the Who's Who in Santa Cruz, you're definitely
I'm reaching.
reaching. You're like, oh, that's a far reach.
I opened the phone book up today, and it's like
yeah,
they came to
my
Busenhart.
gosh. Yeah,
And
exactly.
we're doing it outside your family's establishment, JJ's.
Of course. Yeah.
So Cindy's been in the surf skate industry for
Years.
centuries,
Seems that way.
right? and did it all start with Locatelli, a Portola surf shop?
Yeah, Mike and I were together at Portola for years. But what people don't actually know is there's a backside to the story. My stepdad, Joe.
I'm making sure that the film works, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. My stepdad, Joe Vigil, owned the Portola Surf Shop before a man named Barney Langner did.
I know Barney.
Barney's awesome. And so then the baton got handed to Mike Locatelli, and we were together at that point, and it was kind of like a full circle. I'm still in contact with Barney to this day. I love him. He's awesome.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the Portola surf shop back then was right next to where Star Bennett used to be. Right down
No,
on...
no.
Was that
It's right where
was it? Where did it start at?
Caesar Pizza is, or Little Caesar's
across
Pizza.
from Aloha Island Grill.
Exactly.
From Newman's place. That was a
Right.
Portola surf shop?
Yeah, that was.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then Dharma's was across the street where Aloha is. It
McDonald's.
was McDarma's.
Till
and,
McDonald's
yeah,
got-
until McDonald's got
Stupid.
angry. They
Sued
got
'em.
angry for McDarma versus McDonald. Big difference. I don't know. I don't think that's so confusingly similar, but what do I know?
And then so big part of the store was Mike Locatelli.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. Mike was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long was the surf shop in operation for?
Up until he got sick, so he ended up having a brain tumor, and then we pretty much liquidated everything because O'Neill's brought him up to the retail portion of their business.
Right.
So smart move on their side because they eliminated one store, and then they brought somebody that the local community loved.
Right.
So
And
it was a win for them.
he brought a crowd.
He brought a crowd. He definitely brought a crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
And then after Portola surf shop, the sessions come next?
No, I had a sign making business actually at Portola. I was at Cabrillo doing a class. Super funny. And it was an art class, and so one of our assignments was to reproduce a letter. So I reproduced the R dot, made this big thing out of foam, and Rusty Priesendorf drove by and stopped, obviously, because we were who we were at the time, and said, "Hey, what if I asked you to make 1,000 of those?" And we're like, figure it out. So did that for a little while.
Making signs.
Making signs. I did that and with a bunch of different people. Skin Dog and his lovely wife Anushka helped airbrush those. And
Was that for the surf and skate industry too?
Surf and
Just
skate.
For surf, okay.
Surf and skate, a little wakeboarding, I think, a little snowboarding. I did a Burton booth before Burton was like big.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
So
then-
that was fun, and then that kind of segued into all things sessions, which was more snow sports related.
Right. That was in Scotts Valley, right?
Yeah, that was well. First, it was in SoCal actually, and then it was in Sunnyvale. The store was in Sunnyvale, and then we moved over from that to SoCal here, and then moved into Scotts Valley once we outgrew that space.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was fun. It was a good time, good group of people for the most part. Yeah.
You have fun doing that?
Yeah. had fun
I mean,
doing
your
that.
career's been peppered with all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah,
Fun
that
it's all-
fun stuff. That enabled me to travel around the world and meet some exciting people, and for that, I'm most grateful.
Yeah.
That I really appreciated that. I met some awesome people went all over the world, everywhere. It was just super fun.
Right. And you're still
Yeah.
you're still loved by everybody.
Oh, I don't know about
Right?
that.
Well,
but-
pretty much, I think, because you do a lot in the community. I mean, look at the
Sure.
look at the skate thing that you do in Scotts Valley.
Oh yeah. We worked really hard to get that.
Skate contest is it a contest?
No,
No,
well,
it's-
with the skate park, actually, I worked really hard to get that skate park open
The one
in
in Scotts Valley?
Yeah. So you'll see like little bricks and stuff all through there, but I worked really hard with Richard Au, who was awesome, one of my best friends.
Right.
And people were skating in Kings Plaza, and he wanted to do something about that. So the two of us and this other woman, Diane Bianconi, the three of us actually did a lot of fundraising for that. I'd say the vast majority of fundraising for
How much
that.
did you raise?
I can't remember,
Yeah.
but a lot.
It was built when?
Can't remember.
But yeah.
But
You
it was
can't
good.
remember.
I can't. I shelve stuff and keep moving on. So, yeah, that was a really it was a good challenge. I think I talked to a bunch of people who said better people than me have tried to build skate parks in Santa Cruz. And outside of Derby, that was like the first technical skate park
In the county.
in the county. So,
Yeah.
and we got it through barely by the skin of our
And every year
very large teeth. But
you have the contest there,
we have a contest there, not every year, but
Yeah.
we have the contest there. It was
and you raise a whole bunch of money.
we raised money for the Tim Brosh Foundation, and the Tim Brosh Foundation is after a friend of ours. Or mine, that was just a great human being, and he passed away due to a congenital heart issue that he had as a kid.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do something not only for him, but for his girlfriend, who was suffering super hard at the time because they had been together forever.
Right.
And for me, I loved both of them. They were awesome.
Yeah.
And kind people. So.
Yeah. And moving on to today, which maybe she'll remember what happened. Maybe
I
she'll
don't
remember.
know about that
Maybe she'll
either.
remember yesterday. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But you started Merge4 Socks, which is an exceptionally popular sock company. And can you talk about how that came about? Maybe the idea came into your head, or
Sure.
or how did that come about?
So after selling our snow sports brand, I was with my son. We went over to Tahoe, and he kick flips a lot, skateboards everywhere, and blew out the side of his shoes and socks. And we wanted to go to somewhere nice, and my son Brig goes, let's go whatever to dinner. And we were going to go see a movie as well. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere with those bloody stubs, because on the side of his feet, not only with his shoes blown out, but his socks.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's just at least get you a pair and cover that up.
Yeah.
And we'll get you a pair of socks. So we went to the sock company or sock shop in Tahoe, and I grabbed a pair of socks and I started looking at it, and I realized, I don't know, at that moment how underdeveloped socks were.
Yeah.
And so
They were just white ones, pretty much, or
well, there's
one
different things going on, but really, as far as technical aspects of socks, and to this day I hear it, I want a pair of 100% cotton, and you really don't want 100% cotton, just like you don't want to ski or snowboard on 100% cotton. It'll keep you wet. And for years, we were one of the first people that did a Gore-Tex jacket in the snowboard industry. And actually the first successful company to do that. And so that when people would be like, oh, my Gore-Tex jacket got wet.
Yeah.
You're like, what do you have underneath it? A cotton t-shirt. So
Right.
of course you're wet because you sweat.
Yeah.
That doesn't wick moisture,
Yeah, it
keeps you
doesn't
wet.
breathe.
So my whole thought was, I've got a lot of good friends that have awesome art. And that would be a great way to kind of open the door.
So the idea just came about. Did the whole thing come about immediately in one fell swoop, or did you think it out over?
I thought it out over a weekend,
Yeah, you did?
actually,
Yeah.
at Camp Richardson with my son. Yeah. So,
And so
and my
this-
son kept saying, why did you get those socks? So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I started digging in pretty hard, and I did a business plan, and I submitted my business plan to two people that I highly respect, who's done well in action sports, which is Rob Roskop, and the other person I submitted my business plan to was Richard Novak. And it was just like, beat this up. And
Yeah.
so Rob hopped on board, which I'm forever grateful for. And again, that kind of, past people, Mike Locatelli's cousin, Geely Locatelli, those two, Rob Roskop and Geely Locatelli, were the first investors.
Yeah.
So that opened the door. But you know,
And today, today they've been sold all over the
well,
state or world or where.
we have socks that are sold just peppered in. So
Yeah.
I don't want to like whatever. So, but just peppered in slightly. In South Africa, in Portugal, in Spain, in France, a little in the UK. We're
So
talking to Brazil right now.
You
So
are.
yeah, I just great opportunities. And from the very get-go, we set up Merge4 as an international brand.
Yeah.
So.
And you're busy. It's busy. You have no time to pat yourself on the back because you're busy.
Well, there's no real reason to pat myself on the back.
Well, you started a great
There's
company.
a lot of things still to accomplish. So
And
yeah.
and like tomorrow, for example, you have tomorrow's 11. When's the
Tomorrow's
sale?
11/11, and we have an 11/11 sale tomorrow.
So
yeah.
if you buy what?
Anything on the site is $11.11 because we like 11/11 because
So
we think it's funny. So,
socks on sale tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you can buy them all over Santa Cruz if you guys listening here or wherever. And I wear nothing but them. They're the most.
they're super
People think they're
comfortable.
tattooed. I mean, people think they're tattooed. You know, they're
Oh,
tattooed.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Especially if you have the tattoo art ones from like Dirk Vermin or
Yeah.
Richard Kirby or something like that.
And so the socks are all the artworks done by people in surf, skate, and other industries too. Like like Wee Man and you have all kinds,
Yeah.
all types that are contributing their art on those socks.
And their likeness to those socks as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, we've got a lot. We're fortunate. I call it 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
You know, because who I don't know, who Rob knows, who Rob doesn't
all know
know.
somebody.
We all know somebody that have actually gotten people involved.
I'm gonna give
And-
a shout out might have to give a shout out to Guy.
Guy Kawasaki, you gotta love him. I met him. He was a keynote speaker, and he and I got along probably because I appreciated some of his very bad jokes.
Very
Just
bad.
so you know.
Very bad. Okay, was that bad? Was this hard, this interview?
No, it wasn't, but it was cool.
Should we keep it or should we delete it?
I don't care. Can do whatever you want.
Episode 12
Woo! Episode
of
12.
Who's Who in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
With
We're
the-
not lucky,
the-
unlucky 13. We're lucky 13.
The wonderful, my dear friend, Cindi Busenhart. Go get a pair of Merge4 socks. You will not regret it. You will love them.
Thank you.